Hey, and welcome to the weekly forecast. My name's Vicki Haspels, a traveling tarot teacher. I am traveling at the moment at the lovely Winchester at the Dinosaur Museum, and we're having a spectacular light show tonight. So I wish I could show you, but it's so dark. But it is absolutely spectacular. Now we're here for the weekly forecast. So each week I'm bringing guidance through for you for the week commencing from the Monday onwards. So this week it's from Monday the 25th of October for the week ahead. Let's see what's going. As usual, I'm using the Mythic Tarot, and I'm going to, as you can see, shuffle the cards and choose 6 cards randomly, intuitively, and we're going to use those cards to set the scene for what the energy to expect that we're going to expect for next week, the week ahead. And I'm going to interpret those cards as I usually do, and we're going to see what happens. I'm finding that the cards are very relevant to how I'm feeling and how I'm moving forward myself. And I really felt like last week was actually a really good indication for the rest of the year. And I think that that's what's going to start happening now. The rest of the year is going to start being a feature of the cards, because we are now moving towards the end of the year where we basically all find our spaces or all find our seats and move forward. Okay, so how we're going to move forward into the new year. I personally am heading into a 1 year next year, so I'm very excited. That means a lot of things are going to open up for me. And this year I've been winding a lot of things up, making a lot of decisions, which I'm so thankful, because it's been quite a confusing year. But anyway, that's enough about me. Let's start. This is a weekly forecast for week commencing Monday, the 25th of October, 2021. The first card we're looking at, and I don't know what they are just yet, so I'm going to be as surprised as you are. The first card we have is us. This is where we're at. This is the Hermit card. So this card, the Hermit, whenever it turns up for me in represented in the cards, it means that we are in our own little bubble. And in that little bubble, that means that we cannot have too much interaction with people external to ourselves, to have that space within ourselves so that we can connect with who we are. It's giving us time and space to connect with ourselves, and not in a forceful, I'm going to make you shut down and connect with yourself. It is actually we've learned something, we've moved through something, and we're now having the time and space to consolidate that and bring that into our everyday lives. We are doing this consciously. That's why the Hermit is sitting in this space, because we are doing this consciously, and we know that this is what's going on. The second card that's turning up is how our guidance, how our soul is helping us realize that space. And here we have the 10 of Swords. So our guidance, our soul, our energy, spirit energy is moving us forward using the 10 of Swords, which means it's taking away a lot of our stress, a lot of our thinking stress. It's giving us time out and time down, and allowing us to wind up a lot of things that we've been thinking about, stressing over, thinking that we have to be involved in. It's pulling all of that back and saying, you know what, we're going to take that off your plate right now, so that you have time to contemplate and be on your own, to work out who you are and how you want to move forward. And so if you're feeling like all of a sudden there's been lots of drama, and now a lot of that drama has gone, allow that to be part of your life. If life has all of a sudden become very quiet, let that flow, because your guidance and everything has taken a lot of drama out of life at the moment, so that you can contemplate who you are, connect with who you are, and how you want to move forward. This is a perfect opportunity, and everything is lining up so that you can start really connecting and knowing yourself in a really true, deep sense. It's not always an easy thing to do, but it's a worthwhile thing to do. If you want to put work into that, part of who you are, it is yourself, staying away from drama. All that drama is gone, being who you are and connecting with who you are. So what are we challenged with? What are our fears? It is about letting go of the past. So a lot of that contemplation, a lot of that who we are and connecting with who we are is who we thought we were. And it could be past connections of like old relationships, old jobs, old ways of thinking, old ways of doing things. we are challenged with letting that go. So in order to create a new life for ourselves, a new way forward, or to understand who we actually are, if we've moved through some stuff and really have a deeper understanding of who we are, then we facing our past and accepting that that past is now done and dusted and walking away from it, that we are not that person anymore, is a very big challenge, and that we can make it easier by accepting that that is now dead and gone. Past is been chopped off. How are we going to react and behave? We're going to step into and accept that the past is over, and tying off loose ends, cutting those cords. So we are actually actively saying, I accept that my past is done. I accept that that is no longer who I am and how I behave. And now I'm going to step into my next life or my new life by allowing all of that past to be wound up and let go. In other words, we are accepting and we are letting and allowing spirit and our guides to help us along the way by passing across that stuff and saying, you know what, I've done that now. I'm ready to step in and be my new self and my next self and my true self. We've peeled away a layer. So what is this? Where is this taking us? What is our future? What is our possibilities around all this? Ooh, peace, balance, and harmony. So the temperance card's coming into play. So we are actually working towards our own personal peace, whatever that means for us. All of that inner contemplation, that stepping into our authentic selves, letting go of the past and actually doing something about that, and just really passing it across and saying, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to bubble that up and pass it across to my guides. I don't have to do anything else. That past is the past, done, done, done. We are now bringing peace and harmony and calm and contentment into our lives. That means that everything is going to work in peace and harmony. We don't have to struggle. We don't have to make decisions around anything. It's all done and dusted. We have done all the hard work. And you know why, guys? Because we now know truly who we are. Not only do we know it, we've accepted it and stepped into it. So on a deeper and spiritual level, on a soul level, we are being more authentic about who we are and expressing that part of ourselves in a very real way. That is not easy thing to do. That is a hard thing to do. So well done. 5 stars for doing that, guys. 5 stars for doing that, because that means that you want the best part. You want to live your best life. You want to be your best self. So you're willing to put that work in to do that. So what does this mean for our soul selves, our soul journey? This is our spiritual journey. Look at this. The Knight of Pentacles. So in order for us to feel more connected to our soul self, our true self, and to accept who we are and live that part of who we are in a more authentic, I guess, or more real way, to be able to express ourselves, our spiritual journey is all about creating that no more high highs and low lows. A lot of that drama has been taken out of our lives. And so therefore the Knight of Pentacles represents that nice, calm, building up in a very slow and very steady pace, our soul journey. No more do we need to get slammed or whacked or slammed down or anxious or pulled here, there, and everywhere. We have passed our spiritual test. We have gained our strong self-awareness and self-knowledge of who we are. And that means our life lessons now, from now on, fingers crossed, are just going to be very normal, very general, and we're going to be able to manage them in a very easy way. They're going to come in, we're going to recognize them, examine them within ourselves, align them with our true self, discard what we don't need, and accept who we are, and keep moving forward. No more high highs, no more low lows. Our soul and our spirit selves are saying we have reached that point of enlightenment that says we do not have to have all that slamming around all the time. We can now live our lives in a very calm and very peaceful and very ordered way. And so what happens when we get to that point where all of our spiritual journey is just making sense and we're tuned into intuition, you know what happens, guys? We get to have some fun. We get to enjoy our lives. We stop being hypersensitive about everything. We can go out and have some fun because we know everything else is being taken care of. And we trust ourselves and we trust our guidance and we trust the spirit energy that's taking care of the things that we don't have to do everything. We're passing across a lot of the work that they're that those parts of ourselves are willing and waiting for us to pass over. We're not trying to do everything and be everything. So we can have some fun. It means that we can have time and energy and headspace to have some fun. So your mission from now on, from this week onwards, is to cast across all of the things that you have no control over, accept it, pass it across. Express your true self. Go out there and do the things that you love to do without fear or favor. And your mission is to have some fun, because everything else is now taken care of. Anyway, that's the weekly forecast for this week commencing October 25th, 2021. My name is Vicki Haspels. I'm the Traveling Tarot Teacher. Much love to you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.